Hello team, this is Maxwell Stacy, but it's not another vlog. This time I'm gonna be making a dope table, baby. So let's get right into it. I built this table with scrap wood and some legs from an old table that we had that was a piece of junk. I hopped on this power sander, get that glue flat on top because I was doing a good job. And then I wrapped some sandpaper around a piece of wood, and then I started sanding the top to make it smooth. Flipped it over, got all those nooks and crannies, every little corner, I got that. And then I sanded the legs down, and then I wiped it all. Next step was to grab some tape and start taping it off, but I realized I didn't have to do this later because I made some mistakes. You guys are gonna see it, all right? Chill out. But then I just took my brush, grabbed my paint, and started just putting a thick layer on there. When I was done with that first layer, I missed a couple spots, and I wanted to give it a little bit of a matte finish. So I ended up grabbing some more spray paint from my basement, and that's what I used to cover the rest of it. But since it was spray paint, I should have taped off the whole table. I didn't do that, so the underside of the table is gonna have a little bit of finish, but that's all right. After all of that was done, I took some measurements, and then I went to Joann's, got some felt, and then I hit Lowe's and got some wood and a sheet of plexiglass. When I got back, I filed down one of the lips of the wood, and this is so I can fit my fingers under there and lift up this plexiglass, because I'm going to want to change what's under the table every once in a while. Once that was done, I sanded it smooth, and now it's time for the felt. I laid the felt down, kind of smoothed it out, made sure it was all even, and then I started stapling it down with the staple gun. Once we got it looking nice, took some scissors and went around the whole table to trim it up. Then I hopped downstairs, used some power tools, cut all my wood to size. And this is actually when I started to get a little frustrated. I was having a hard time screwing this wood in by myself, so I said, screw that, I'm not gonna get all in front of the camera. I shut it down. While it was shut down, me and my dad actually also cut the plexiglass, so we didn't get it on camera. Aww. But I'll tell you what, I recreated the event, and here's what we did. I viced down the plexiglass to a table, and I used a scoring tool to scrape in it, and I did that like seriously 20 times just to make sure I get a nice deep cut. When that was all set, I pulled it out and lined up the edge of the cut to the table, viced it back down, and then snapped it off. It was beautiful. Now this was probably the funnest part for me, and it was to decorate the table. Ooh, I got all this stuff from my work. I'm constantly opening cigarette cartons, new tobacco stuff, backwoods, jewels. Yo, you name it, we got it, baby. Even that booze. You want that booze, I'll hook it up. But anyways. When that was all set, I cleaned off that plexiglass real nice with a rag. Carefully laid it down, and the final step was to oil up that wood with some mineral oil to give it a nice finish. It kind of made the color pop too. And that was it. We were done.